What's up, everyone? Mike here, and I've got some very cool news shared by Larian Studios when it comes to patch 7. The patch that's supposed to officially, add in official mod support later this year apparently has been set to be released in September. And no exact release date yet for September, just the month of September is when it's coming. And they're currently doing a closed alpha for it now. Then I believe there's a closed beta that starts up in July as well. Essentially, for modding offers, I believe they're bringing in different authors, and it goes in, I'll go into more details in the actual community update itself, talk about it, and kind of explain it some more detail for you guys in case you guys are maybe confused about it, don't know what a mod is, things like that. And the cool thing too is that supposedly this might be the also update we will get, the extra like evil endings, but then again, it's not too clear if that's going to be in a separate update prior to this one. I'm not entirely sure, but I know with this update they're going to obviously do the usual stuff. They do performance improvements, bug fixes, things like that. All right, so let's go into this a little bit closer here in detail. Hey everyone, we come bringing news of patch 7 finally. We hear you say, yeah, for sure. So, but don't get ready to throw yourself into our next patch just yet. We've got a lot of work to do to bring you our first iteration of modding tools, evil endings, plus a whole bunch of fixes, quality of life improvements, and more that we'll go into detail about in a future community update. Okay, so it looks like they are going to include the evil endings in this next patch too, and a bunch of other cool stuff. Coming to you this September, the next major update for Baldur's Gate 3 will also introduce an officially sanctioned toolkit for giving Lae'zel a mullet. I mean, sure, go for it. You only live once. Yeah, so for people that are into that, have fun. As mentioned in our last community update, we want you to have the opportunity to test out patch 7 and Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit and the Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit so you can share your feedback with us before it goes live. Patch 7 testing is now being split into 2 phases process, which begins with working closely with a small team of modding authors from the community. This is our closed alpha stage, where they'll be able to help us further develop the modding tools and have a go at it, bringing their existing mods to life using our Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit. The closed alpha is set to kick off today, which this already happened on June 3rd, and we'll be inviting more mod authors to take part over time. That's good. Come July, we'll be opening registration for further closed beta, capped at roughly 1,000 players, that anyone on PC can go ahead and sign up for. And we want you to test the mods created during the alpha. With the intention of working through your feedback throughout the summer, it will give us time to polish off patch 7 ready for release in September. In the meantime, we still have plenty coming your way, including some anniversary extravagance as we look back on the months since release. We're also still pressing on with the development of an in-game photo mode, crossplay, and more fixes that will arrive later down the line. I imagine this stuff to me would make the most sense, and maybe they did it for like the 1-year anniversary of release of the game officially, at least on Steam anyway. So maybe they might be gearing up for that, and that'd be a nice touch, to add in around that time. So you can also catch on what's coming up patch 7, improve endings by reading our latest community updates here. So check that there. I'll probably link that in the description as well. There's also a FAQ. Just for those that don't know, first things first, what is a mod? Let's go over this. So whether you are turning fireballs pink, boosting attack damage of a hand-wielded sausage, or bestowing all citizens of Faerun with a personal handgun, modding lets you alter a game to change how it looks or behaves. With the official Baldur's Gate 3 modding tools, you'll have what you need to add new weapons and armor, create new classes and subclasses, design new powerful spells, customize your game dice skins, and share mods with a community of creators. What does official support mean as opposed to mods I'm using right now? All right, so guys, let's go into this. Updates to Baldur's Gate 3 as well as conflicts between third-party mods can cause issues with game stability and prevent mods from working correctly. That's where official support comes in. And this is true for some games. Yeah, like when you have official mod support, it's usually better that way, because sometimes even if you're using Nexus mods or, a different website, it sometimes is not either updated properly to keep up with the game, or there's some issue or bug that happens sometimes. We will never prevent modding outside of our own official pipeline, but implementing our own will improve compatibility and give us the opportunity to ensure they'll work wherever you're playing Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, echoes basically what I was just saying. It'll also ensure a smoother experience at the cost of more script focused modding, which can still be done outside of our pipeline. You'll therefore have two choices for modding Baldur's Gate 3, but we'll only be able to officially support mods through mod.io. So if you're wondering what mod.io is, how does it work? Well, mod.io allows us to bring modding support to all platforms and provides the necessary infrastructure to allow you to download mods on both PC and console, manage uploaded mods, host guides, and provide a level of content moderation to keep the community safe. Will support be rolled out in phases? So we are currently rolling out invites for the Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit on Steam to popular mod authors so they can explore the new modding environment, view the tools, and get familiar with the process of converting their mods and uploading them to the platform, or even try creating new ones. At this early stage, participating mod authors will be able to provide us with direct feedback as we continue our internal development and testing. They will be using a live development environment, which means they'll also get access to new features as they continue to be developed ahead of full release, which platforms will be able to use and install mods. So this is going to release first on PC. We expect to roll out the support to the wider community and various platforms shortly after, including for Mac players as well as PlayStation, Xbox consoles. So yeah, PC first makes sense, and get into consoles later on shortly after definitely makes sense as well too, because we want to make sure at least we want to test on one platform first, which is usually PC, and then work on getting the consoles. Which platforms will be able to use the modding tools to create new mods. So limitations in place on some platforms mean that while you will be able to browse, install, and use player created mods, the official modding tools themselves will be available to those playing on console. These players will have access to Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit to create their own mods, and internal creation process will determine which of these mods become available for those on console. And if you're wondering how are mods created for PC and console, well, on PC, general stability in terms of service checks will be carried out before a mod becomes available in game's browser. On console, an additional curation process confirms which of these PC mods become available for cross-platform support. While not all PC mods will be available for console, we'll be sure to publish guidelines to help you understand what kind of content will pass our necessary checks without blocking any unsupported creative mods on PC, so that we can continue supporting the modding community both inside and outside our official pipeline. And if you're wondering what mods will be available through mod.io, well, let's go into it. So Baldur's Gate 3, as a Dungeons & Dragons game licensed by our partners, has certain guidelines in place to ensure the integrity of the game's universe. That said, we want to support as much creative freedom as possible. Our goal with mod.io and our partners is to strike a balance that allows for extensive modding while keeping the guidelines in mind, and to open a door for mods to reach as many players as possible while ensuring they work seamlessly across different platforms. While some NSFW mods and certain script-heavy modifications may not be supported through the official pipeline, modding outside of our pipeline will still be an option. For cross-platform support, direct level editing, and changes to core game elements like story, cinematics, dialogues, quests, and local gameplay adjustments can't be facilitated due to technical constraints and platform-specific guidelines. We'll be working with our partners to explore ways to expand modding possibilities within these constraints and provide clear guidelines to help everyone understand what is possible. So if you want to do things your modding pipeline does support, how will mod.io handle unsupported mods? So changes that won't be officially supported within our pipeline, like scripting changes or NSW mods that wouldn't pass the moderation process due to platform-specific restrictions, may still be packed locally with mod.io's toolset and uploaded to other mod distribution platforms. This means that those mods can still be downloaded manually, and the game's browser will still recognize them and allow you to manage them in mod load order of the game. However, because they would be a local and alter unsupported systems, there will not be embedded support for checking for updates and syncing to others in a multiplayer session. Additionally, we will not be able to provide full technical support in case of crashes. We understand and appreciate the hard work and dedication of the modding community and have no plans to limit modding to our official pipeline. We are committed to supporting the modding community as comprehensively as we can, and can't wait to see what ideas you bring to life. So essentially, yeah, referring to some stuff like the NSFW stuff you guys may want is going to probably be on Nexus Mods or another website. That's third party. Will Larian Studios provide any guidelines for unsupported mods? Well, let's go into this. So we are currently seeing how far we can offer guidance for unsupported mods, which at present includes discussing whether we create official scripting API documentation and whether we introduce internal testing for the script extender and other tools to support compatibility between patches where possible. However, while we can guide, we cannot offer support for mods outside of our pipeline. Basically talking about like, this is just, you know, essentially talking about like internal like programming and stuff like that, and coding and things like that to essentially make the mods work properly. In simplest terms, if you're confused by that terminology, that's essentially they're trying to do the, you know, internal programming basically and work out the kinks to essentially make sure that these mods are properly working, are properly updated. Now, as far as, you know, guidance for unsupported mods, you know, that is not going to be, you know, under them that they're going to cover. They're not really going to update that or stay up to date with that. As I mentioned before, you essentially have to rely on the author or authors, you know, or someone else to help out with that, as far as like if it's on Nexus mods to kind of keep it updated with the game. Is there a long-term support plan for providing official modding support? So outside of critical fixing post-release, we do not currently have the technical capacity to provide long-term support while also lending our focus to future projects. So yeah, they are already working on 2 big major new IPs anyway. They opened up a new studio not too long ago in Warsaw to help with that. So, and their 2 new RPG projects are supposed to be like even bigger than Baldur's Gate 3 in what they're, you know, claiming. So yeah, they're mostly gonna be focused on that, guys, and they'll probably have like a skeleton crew to an extent, essentially helping out with this after this patch is out. What will the Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit consist of? So let's go into this. Beyond game code architecture for managing mods, we will release a subset of our internal development tools as part of the Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit. This will let you access the editor to create your own mods, upload mods directly to mod servers, load levels read only to look at all local entities, as well as the setup and test your mods in a game while creating them. Get access to our internal editors for supported asset types, such as textures and visual mods, allowing you to override them directly in your mod through the developer interface. Publish your mod via the editor, where it will be moderated and made visible in the in-game browser, or pack your mod locally to upload to a third-party site. Mod UIs through file editing will provide documentation that will explain how internals are set up to solve mod loading / compatibility issues. With Baldur's Gate 3 itself, you'll be able to download and manage your mods directly, manage multiplayer, and save game files through verification.ui. So very cool stuff there. Personally, I want somebody to make this, like, do like a sort of like Souls-like mod in a way. And what I mean by that is like a Souls-like, give it a Souls-like challenge, you know, type of difficulty. Heck, I might even look into doing that myself, you know, dabble. I never really mod anything before, but they're going to allow me to essentially give me the tools to like create my own mods in a sense. And if I can make Baldur's Gate 3 into like a Souls-like experience in some way, best believe I'm doing that. But I'm pretty sure, you know, there's going to be modders out there that's going to possibly do that as well. And lastly here, what's included as part of mod.io. So mod.io provides moderation tools that allow us to curate mods for console, as well as offers a hosting and distribution solution for your mods, which you will be able to access through mod.io or through our website. You'll also be able to subscribe or unsubscribe from mods in-game with our mod browser. You'll need a mod.io account to manage and create your mods, where you'll be able to upload, tag them, as well as add screenshots, descriptions, and other stuff. If you'd like to view the full FAQ, please head over to our Discord. Right. Yeah, I'm very excited for this. So looking really freaking cool and what they're trying to do and stuff like that. So it does look like, I guess they are going to get the new evil endings, bad endings, be a part of this patch too. I was hoping that being a separate one that comes sooner, but it is what it is. No big deal. The fact that they're going to allow us to try and, you know, create some mods too, not just modding authors, but like just anyone who wants to try it out, man, might dabble in that, as I said, because I would love to make this into like a Souls-like experience in some way. That's just my personal thing. I have a mod that's like a, you know, Souls-like game type experience in terms of difficulty and challenge, stuff like that. Not necessarily do the whole like, oh, to change up the combat completely thing to where it's like a Souls game. No. But at the same time, last time I played it, I was playing what I think the hardest difficulty, and that's pretty freaking challenging. So I don't know. I want to tweak it a bit though, you know, or someone out there might do it for me out in the community. But let me know your thoughts on this. Sound off in the comments below, guys. Are you excited about this? Are you wishing it was coming sooner? You know, next, definitely give them your support, give them your feedback on this. make sure you check out their Discord and you read the full FAQ and everything like that as well too. And if you enjoyed this video and it's helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching.